Beep, 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 beep. Okay, that should be starting. Oh, hello, hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Hey, Toos. Hey, Egg. Hey, Dreamer. Hey, gotcha, kids. um. Hello, Anandria. Nana. Hey. Hello, Nefari. Hi, Trina. Hi, Chibi Ghost. Hi, Kaylee. Javi, hey. Mono. Sup, kiddo? Hello, Daisy. Hello, Rose. Oh yes. Before I get into this at all, I will keep on like putting in little reminders like right before something happens. Um, but yeah, this game is actually not, as it says here, it's not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Um, I am extremely desensitized, but back when I first played this, back when it first came out, it kind of caught me off guard because I went in completely blind. It was when the game was brand new, and I, uh, I knew it was supposed to be a psychological horror, but I kind of got immersed in the story, and then it completely sideswiped me once shit hit the fan, basically. um, so yes. Uh, oh, do I spy a Cade? Maybe I'm just. Yep, I do. Hello, Cade. Hello, Riven. Hello, Burnt Toast. Hello, my kiddos. Okie doke. So yes, yeah, I don't want anyone to walk away from this feeling upset. So I don't want to patronize anybody, but I am going to state very firmly that please don't watch this if you are sensitive to triggering topics or just don't like horror. You are in no way obligated to watch this. Okay, let's go. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit this right here. So if you want to look up the content warnings real quick, you can search that. But I have put in the description, I believe, what is covering the baselines of the particularly triggering things. So yeah. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree you're at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Of course. God, I was 13 almost 10 years ago. That's wild. Anyway, oh god, this... this opening theme song just invokes a visceral reaction to me. Alright, let me turn down the music a little bit, because it's a little bit loud. Can't hear myself think. Beep, 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 beep. If I turn it down this much, can you guys still, like, hear it okay? Turn up the text speed maybe a little bit. Okay. Huh? Huh? Anyway. Okay, there we go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about just ignoring me. That's mean, Kai. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Wow, I'm an asshole in this game. I forgot how much of an asshole we are in this game. Fine, fine. Oh, hey. Hey, Sin. Anyway. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean to me, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Ehehe. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Kai, have you decided on the club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Huh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's been going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Uh-oh. Nana made cinnamon crumble cake. It's in the oven right now. I cannot read today. Great timing for that. But hell yeah, that sounds awesome. Anyway. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised to even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. God, that's me. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much, anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! Also, a fandom weirdo who likes to watch paranormal videos and still keep a straight face. I really enjoy if something is actually able to shake me up a little bit, because I went through a period of time of basically only engaging with horror content, and plus I've grown up with the paranormal happening around me in real life, so it's safe to say that I don't really get fazed by that kind of thing, although I do find it entertaining if it's good. Da 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 da. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Ooh, how that line comes back to bite ya. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year class activities. Tuesday says, I do not do the spooky shenanigans. That is very valid. Sleepy Person says, what is the most scary movie? I don't know. I'm not a good judge of what actually is scary, because I don't really find anything scary. Although movies that I enjoyed are like the Conjuring series, like Conjuring 1 and 2, and like the Annabelle movies, where the actors for the Warrens are the same throughout, like, you know the series that I'm talking about if you watch horror. But yeah, they're pretty good. I'm not sure if Escape Room, that like 2019 one, counts as a horror movie, but I really like that too. Good horror, good horror. I know there's one that I watched relatively recently that was really good, but I can't remember what it was. All I know is that it's good. Not much help. Rexy says, which girl from this game do you find the scariest? Again, same thing of I don't really find things scary, so I struggle to judge what is scary. Although I guess one that I guess made me the most uncomfortable is Yuri. I know everyone loves Yuri, but nah, she just triggers my fight or flight. It just makes me uncomfortable, you know? Natsuki has to be my favorite though, because like she's the only one that seems to cotton onto the fact that something's going wrong, and she seems to remain sane for the longest. But anyway. Oh yeah, and regarding horror, like, I'm not fazed by gore and by blood and things like that due to, like, being desensitized from a young age. Not good, nothing to brag about. Like, I get that it's like, yeah, I can watch this and I'm not even scared. I don't really find it as something to brag about so much as just a matter of fact, because there's no, pride and joy about being traumatized at a young age. But yeah, whilst blood and gore and stuff doesn't really faze me, I just find it, unless it's like for a reason. When the main aim is for blood and gore and they kind of rely on that for the horror factor, I just find it lazy and boring. So I tend to prefer like psychological horrors and like actually good paranormal movies, you know? But doesn't Yuri have like a knife collection or something like that? Yes, she does. And you know what? Valid. Knives are cool. But anyway. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Kai, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, This is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet the both of you. DJ says, I'm the only one who doesn't know anything about this game, lol. Yeah, again, please heed the warnings that I put in the description. It's not for everybody. I'll just say that. Let me check that I didn't miss any main comments. Nope. Okie doke. And it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Kai. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Anyway, take a sip of my drink, because thirsty. Anyway, pardon me, I was trying not to burp directly into the microphone. My bad. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Kai. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn on with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! Oh, bye, Cade. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, and I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full, and has already managed to get icing on her face. Oh, sorry. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Well, maybe. But not for you. You know, you, dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but At least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me that I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and the publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something that I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Kai, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I do, though. I love books. Anyway, manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way that her eyes light up and she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Is this foreshadowing? Dun dun dun. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind your last club meeting. Looks like you're working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give me that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do, is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Eh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now we have a new member, I think it'll help us all to get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Kai? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I'd join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry. I thought... Kai... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Hold on. Whew! Sorry. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you just came from the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then, that makes it official. Welcome to Literature Club. Thank you for the blessies. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Ugh, you're all so sweet. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Kai, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Kai, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Main character is rude as hell. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, And of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstance, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Oh, if only. Oh god, my hand hurts, because I've been leaning it awkwardly. Cannot wait till I move and get a better desk. Anyway, I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, gotta be honest. Natsuki is my homie. Love her. Like, I would love to be friends with her IRL. High fives and all that shit. Cute baking. Fuck yeah. Right? Hawa? What are these? Sinister words here, anyway. That one's Sayori. Okie dokie. Yeah. Ooh, parfait. Aw, yeah. Let's go for memory, sure. Play. Okay, sure. Doki doki. Let's see. Spinning, precious, raindrops, sticky. Beep. Oh, okay. Beep. Huh. Okie dokie. Let's go with momentus. Ooh, fester. Alright. Kawaii. That wasn't words. Yes, bit of a. I love the little jumpity jump they do. Disown. I wonder who that's for. Oh, okay. Lollipop is cute. Oh my. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Cute. Disarray. Milk. Vertigo. Wrath. Fireworks. Fickle? Who's fickle? Oh, Yuri's fickle. Is she? She seems pretty even-tempered. Actually, no, I take that back. Cheeks. Squishy face. Let's go for Inferno. Let's go for mouse. And incongruent. Oh, calm. Let's go for nice and calm. There we go. Oh my gosh, Samuel! Hey! Hi, Genkai. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I need to move so I can rest my hand a little better, because otherwise I'm gonna get fucking carpal tunnel syndrome. Ah, motherfucker. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, let me just move this over here, and okie dokie, doki, let's go. This might be a little strange for me, at least I keep my word though, yeah. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Guy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to come here and just hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Kai always gives his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Kai can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it, if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Samuel. Here with the annual £2, even though my ego was hopelessly crushed it last time with the $100 donation. Ah, hush. In any case, hey, come to Russia sometime. I bake the best cookies out there. I love you, man. I love you too, man. I'd love to go to Russia sometime. Purely for you. No other reason. Because I've never had the compelling urge to go to Russia. But for you, my guy, I shall. One day. Goodness gracious me, my arm hurts. Let's see if adjusting my chair helps. I am a professional. Oh yeah. Anyway. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monika. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of the things that those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Also, yes, I'm fine, don't worry. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on one side of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Kai. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from its box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe? I never know how to pronounce it. I know what it means, but I never know how to pronounce it. Don't just stand there. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, just checking something. Sorry, my bad. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Hi, Kai. Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone that's joined recently. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice-of-life affair. I kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. I can't with the fucking foreshadowing! So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously! You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean... Well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you to get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like, when they all get into their backstories and some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Ehehe. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Ooh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time that I got into this manga. Like, I would never get into anything just because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's that impressionable. Ahahaha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess it explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, she's so cute! Oh my gosh! She's adorable! Although I am getting fight or flight remembering later in later in the story where we see this again and it all goes wrong. Hey, Kindred, what's up, my guy? Sup, nerd? Can't stay. That's fine. I usually dip into your streams anyway. But hello, hello. Have fun playing this wholesome game. Purple girl, best girl. How did I feel like that would be your type? Of course, Kindred's a Yuri girl. Yes, this very wholesome, sweet, family-friendly game. Everyone's saying hi to you, Kindred. Yes, take care with whatever it is you need to do. I'll be, suffering. And honestly, there's nothing bad about, any of the characters or favoring any of the characters. It's kind of like a, oh, so that's your type kind of dealio. Nothing bad about it. Wait, I got distracted. Okay, let's go. We read on for a few more minutes. Yeah, some MC says, Kai really put the red on Kindred. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something that you really like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I just gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika is kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jesus, enough! You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Also, thank you, Charlotte. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. I wonder who that sounds like. You always feel a little bad for her, since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Words. But, I wonder who's that... who that's referencing towards. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone else like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Eh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we all have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh? Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monika just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take you forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Who shall I choose first? Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Why was that so hard for me to read? On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Bye, Sai. Who shall I start with, huh? Who should I show my poem to first? Hello? Natsuki? Monika? Oh, shit, fuck. I closed the window by mistake. Okay. Okay, so since I've gotten, all the chances in the book, let's just go in order. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. This is a good poem, Kai. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Kai. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. There's something that only really good people do. Beep 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 beep. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? Yeah, main character is an asshole. She's too good. That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Ehehe. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okie dokie. Beep. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort got caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Oof. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well... Anyway, sorry. Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's so easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps to bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into this than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Wait, what'd I miss? Anyway, I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I really don't care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh god, I have to read cursive! I already struggled to read simple writing. It's fine reading in my head, but the second I have to connect my brain to my mouth, it all just goes wrong. Maybe that's part of the dyslexia. Anyway. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. Teacup, hey! What's up? It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different writing skills and techniques that go into even writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh gosh. Ahem. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Not gonna lie, you sound like Kai ASMR. People have asked me if I am associated with Kai ASMR. I am not. I don't think I've actually even listened to any of his audios. Like I've looked him up and I was like, oh, another ASMR artist with my name. But I'll have to listen someday, see if I can hear the resemblance. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. I'm dyslexic, Yuri. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Kai. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Did I spend a long time reading it, or did I only glance over it? Make up your mind, girl! But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Let me see. Lol, my dad just came in and told me not to watch 18 plus stuff. I had to explain the game. Oh gosh. Just because there's anime and titty does not make it 18 plus. Although I will say that the horror element of the things and the more triggering aspects are for older audiences. Anyway. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Anime and titty. It's not Yuri's fault for being well endowed. I'll stop talking now. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. This is painful, being in the position of the main character when literally English is like my main thing. Like, I've always been a top English student. I actually had to go to special extracurricular things because I was in the tops of my classes and they wanted me to live up to my full potential. And I've just always found it interesting. English language, English literature, and the understanding of psychology behind it, and what compels someone to write in particular ways or about particular things, delving into what things mean, and just really unpacking it and doing a deep dive on even simple stuff. I'm that person, anyway. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? I wonder. Hi, Kai. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, If you have any, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Hara, what do you mean? This is wholesome. Oh no. Oh no. You sweet summer child. I'll warn people before it starts getting dark. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Ah ha ha ha. Don't worry, Kai. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? I remember getting so into this game that I completely forgot that it was like a horror game, like a psychological horror. Like, of course there were like the little reminders here and there with like the blatant foreshadowing and some of the words that come up in the poem suggestions and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Just checking, because a lot of people somehow still don't know about Doki Doki Literature Club. So just checking. Last thing I'd want is to catch someone off guard. But yeah, I remember getting so into it and so immersed that I kind of forgot that it was gonna get scary. And it really sideswiped me. At that particular turning point that I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I wouldn't want to do that to anybody else. Anyway, it's sort of that barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like it, Kai. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ah ha ha. Oh jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So, take that as a compliment. Ah ha ha. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Eh? Maybe a long time ago. I have. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could be a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. I somehow spaced out whilst I was reading the past few lines, so I have no idea what I just said. Anyway, ADHD sure is a thing, ain't it? It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah ha ha. Sorry, I went on autopilot while I was reading. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? God, that's me! Fake it till you make it, am I right? Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched, with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever, into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now, I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I wonder what this could possibly mean. Oh, is it lagging for some people? I am very sorry. Warning, please check the video. What? Wait, what? Was that just because I'm... Sorry, that spooked me because scary things don't happen at this point yet. So the glitch kind of caught me off guard. Anyway, please tell me that wasn't just me. Okay, someone that's played the game before, that doesn't happen that early on, does it? Anyway. What the fuck? So, what do you think? What the fuck? Okay. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Tuesday spaced what's happening. Basically, it did a weird little glitchy glitch thing, and it's not supposed to do anything scary yet. Some people didn't see that? Did you guys hear, like, the sound go weird, too? Oh god, I'm thirsty. I need water. Water. Give me a second. Hydration. So anyway, that was unnerving. Let's go. Oh, that was fun. Oh, I'm so happy that I managed to get a little bit spooked. My heart even raced a little bit. That was cool. It's been a while since that happened. Anyway, I'm too focused on giving cat tummy rubs. Good Tuesday. That's a good way to spend your time. Anyway, Monika noticed that Kai is streaming, so she is messing with us. Fuck that. Let's see. Whew! Sorry, the fuck? Sorry, I just heard a weird glitch sound in my left ear. Anyway, sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Anyway, I think little spooks like that happen early on, but don't rely on my shitty memory for that. Not in this one. I think there are some, like, little hints of things going a little bit weird, but not this early. I remember pretty much all of the scares and the little weird things that happen, and I don't remember that ever happening. That was really strange. Anyway. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and lines. Wait, you don't hear the music? Let me, if I turn the music volume up this much, I've heard that if you're streaming the game, a few weird things happen. That's so cool! You going to be okay, Kai? Bro, I'm so desensitized to horror, I'm perfectly fine. Okay. Yeah, no, okay, so that was just me that suffered through that. The music went a little weird. Hopefully no one's hacking into your computer, Kai. Nah, the game is supposed to fuck with you. It's supposed to do, like, glitchy glitches. I just didn't think it would happen that soon. But maybe it's because, I just realized Monika's sprite is the only one who faces a player head-on. I thought there was something a little different about, how Monika was, like, the energy that she gives off. That'd be why she stares, like, right into your soul, doesn't she? Anyway, when performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing all my poems a bit. Also, can you guys hear the music now? Sorry about that. You want a staring contest? Okay, I see you, Monika. Wanna go? Pop off teacup. Okie dokie. I'm so mad that the music was too quiet to hear the weird fucking glitch thing it did. What the fuck? Anyway, an epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone else is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. Oh yeah, the lyrics! I forgot about the song at the end. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Oh no. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Ooh? What the how did I click away from the thing? Anyway. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Yeah, same teacup. This scene made me so stressed. It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Kai did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Kai likes my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Uh-oh. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Kai appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know that he doesn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs massively grew a size bigger as soon as Kai started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Kai. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making all your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Kai. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Kai? Well? I like both writing styles, please don't drag me into this. Whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course that's going to be, I can't do this. Obviously, Natsuki, homegirl, but also, I'm not an asshole, so, well, main character is, but still. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turned to Yuri. Yuri. Oh man. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making a friend feel like this? Kai. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... well... Also, Natsuki is cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same size as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well? I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I'd hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get up the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Kai, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job at impressing those I want to impress. Hint, hint. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Kai, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It surely has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Kai, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Wink, wink, yes. Yes, it does. We are here for literature and friendship. Nothing more. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Poem time! Let's go! La 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 la! Singing that. Beep 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 beep. Hair? I'm pretty sure that all of them have hair. Beep. Okie dokie. Anime. Milk. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Oh dear. Oh dear. Look at all of these perfectly wholesome, innocent words. Ominous. Oh. Beep 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 beep. Ah yes, all so cute. So wonderful. Yep. Beautiful. That's Who? Oh no, Sayori. Okie dokie. Disarray. Party. Beep 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 boop. Beep. Imagine actually reading the poem that's literally just these words. Utterly undecipherable, thank you. Beep. Oh dear. Kitty. Beep. And... Beep. Honestly, I don't know who I picked the most words for there. I think it was Natsuki, but I'm not sure. Hold on, let me take a sip of my drink. Anyway, BRB, gotta chase my sister's dog down. Oh shit, good luck! Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Kai! Yo Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hehehe. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. Sick poem, Kai, very eloquent. Thank you, Tuesday. I tried my absolute bestest. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Why not? Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down onto the desk and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack with you before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Why not just buy her a snack? She's clearly hungry. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Not true, shut up. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Kai to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean it like that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of this, isn't there? I don't like that. You stop that. You stop it. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But... you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... Eh? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, this is so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going to get through, you're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Wait, what's happening? Come to the rescue? Huh? Oh, okay. Just checking, I thought I missed something. Anyway, Natsuki takes a bite out of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm still really happy that you shared this one with me. Ehehe. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had to do something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think that she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all three of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But... boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period was in the study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. That's... Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Do-do-do. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Kai. Monika smiles sweetly and shoves everyone off the screen. I didn't mean to put pressure on you or anything like that. Nah, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone is already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, it's my girl. It's my grill. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. I pull the first volume of Parfait Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Okie dokie, I will be right back, okay? So, keep yourselves entertained. I'll be back soon. I hope nothing spooky happens. Anyway, see you in a minute. Hey guys. If I'm ever reading out loud for an extended period of time, I kind of need to take a little bit of a break, because otherwise my brain goes a little funky and stressy. But yes, hello. Hi. Hey, hey, hey. Let's see. Ba 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 ba. Okie dokie dokie dokie, let's go. You ready? First scare of the game. Well, second actually, because of that weird little glitch earlier. Father, people thought that you were neglecting us. No? Hi. I was gone for like 5 minutes. I follow. Let's go. Please don't do that again. I actually got scared. You know I'm playing a horror game, right? So, you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. Ah, the chapter ended when Minoria and Alice found... Monika! Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. Eh? I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Ah, sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there, I just had to organize it a bit. Urgh. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki. There's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs a stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean... I knew it! Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops on the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Hold on, let's see. Anyway, Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Kya! The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Wawa! Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There. Having almost fell, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? Sigh. I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see... The classroom chairs have the desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheels back over towards the closet. It's a little dangerous, since the chair swivels and rolls, but I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Ish. Beep 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 beep. Natsuki climbs onto the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I'll take a seat with my back against this side of the doorway and simply watch. Oop. Aha! There we go. See? I can easily do it now. God, the girls in my school would have been killed if we had our skirts, like, any shorter than, like, an inch or two above the knee. People rolled them up anyway, to make them, like, shorter and fashionable, but now the school uniform was, the skirt for girls must be an inch or two, no shorter above the knee. Natsuki would have been stopped 10 million times in the day. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Wah wah! The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who is it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see her face. Look away, dude! I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. When she realizes, I'll be dead. Hup! Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Ugh, heavy. Hey Kai? I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. Eh? But then I'll have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Eh? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But... I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! Yeah! The scene turns into chaos in a split second. The chair flies from underneath Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands, and the books go flying. I got you! Oh, pfft. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shift herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. Ugh. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arms straight into me to prop herself up. Eh? Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Ah yes, a person in the floor feels exactly the same. Gross, gross! Yeah! A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monika suddenly peers in. Monika! See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? You trying to kill your club members or something? Oof. Jeez. Sorry. Well, she didn't say no. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like a most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't... Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monika. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monika says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. My... I thought Kai liked guys. What is he doing hanging out with Natsuki? I am bi. I like people regardless of gender. So I like girls, guys, and anything in between or outside of that. Eh? I look down. Plus there's no route for dating a guy in this, so... Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. It must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Oh no, she's crying! Natsuki, are you... No. Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help you get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No, I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just... every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up. And move the rest of your manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This'll help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. Eh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I can do. The next couple minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box into the shelf, where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then, I get the stool, and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up. If you insist. Oh hey Fanga. I hope you're having a good day, Kai. I am, thank you. It's been a pretty chilled out day. But yeah, I'm having a good day. Thank you. I hope you are too. Heck yeah. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. Ooh. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties in together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has a good taste after all. After some time, Monika gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? Ehehe. Told you. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. Okie dokie. Let's go in order again. Boop. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Kai. Eh? I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. Ugh. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ahaha. Wait, how long is this game? a few hours. I'm not gonna play the whole one. I'm not gonna play the whole game this time around. Hazel, hey. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Kai poem. Aww. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Braxton asks which route I'm going for. I gotta go with Natsuki. She's gotta be my favorite. I love all of them. Well, Yuri makes me a little uncomfortable, but I do love all of them. But I enjoy the Natsuki route. I can't stay because I'm finishing homework and a final essay, but I wanted to say hi. Hi Hazel, it's always lovely seeing you, and good luck. Love you and take care. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? Bittersweet. What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet, there we go. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Kai. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. Oh, this one really hit hard. Oof. Okay. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle and keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them down from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends, My friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is an echo, 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 inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. Today, on Stop Assuming just because someone has a cheerful exterior that they don't feel other emotions too. That's a big thing about Sayori. That main character who's supposed to be like her best friend is like, what? You have the capacity to feel sadness? Wake up, dude. I can see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about all this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Oh, okay. Don't get ahead of yourself, please. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Hey, I took that personally. Your reality check, if you will. Teacup, I swear to God. You have a beautiful mind. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki! Let's go. Take a sippity sip of my drink. And Teacup, I'm very proud of you, and I'm excited to see how you do. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, and back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Right. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. Ugh, this wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously! You think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. Natsuki's face freezes, like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over the poem one more time. Then, the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey Kai, did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No! I just told her that... My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monika sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean... Not really? In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day, too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Kai? Stop it! I totally have not played this game before. What are you talking about? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monika's joke at all. No, me neither. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches a poem out of Monika's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. Urgh. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. Eh? But Kai wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Ugh. Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Kai is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki, I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Yuri. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Kai is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is only my copy. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Is it too early to say what this is about? Because I'm not sure I'm ready to get into the triggering topics yet with you guys. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I'll have to explain it. Sometimes, you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks about my... that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone, and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. Ooh, if someone's leaving, then goodbye and take care. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? Alright, I will. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, I think, Are you still mad at me? Eh? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday. Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meaning, when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no. Yuri. You might be reading into this a little too much. How can I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out and make people hate me. So please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monika wants, but it's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please. It makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on the desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that that's just how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide that request. Oh, I don't get to read a poem? God damn it. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh jeez, it always catches me so off guard when I see her, like, directly staring straight at me. Hi again, Kai. That was kind of silly with the Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sin, cosine, tangent. Or sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Monika? You doing okay, buddy? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Oh, hey, Sai! I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short and make it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Ahaha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. Or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Beep 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 beep. Okie dokie. Beep. Okay. You never know when you might change your minds. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Yeah, no, Monika always manages to put me on edge, and I love that. Because not many things can do that. We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've already designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Oh, bye, Sai. Ihihi. Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. You kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting the posters up already, did you? Eh? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys? No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can all do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. It's like, even though Sayori is looking at us, this is just so much more unnerving. It seems to pierce straight through. Which, I mean, I know is the point, but Jesus Christ. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Exactly, Teacup. Alright. Phew. Oof, my neck hurt. I didn't realize I've been holding my head in a certain position for so long. Ooh. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh. I definitely have, yep, okay. Yeah, she really do be staring. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah, totally. As I say as I look away suspiciously. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. Remember, kids, always save your file. Terrifying. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances around at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Oh. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered, even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that I didn't want to applaud for her, but we were just so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was... Ooh. Yuri, that was really good. Ooh, itchy nose. Not only her eyes, she's the only one who doesn't show clear body language. She's out here A-posing. That is actually very true. That's very true. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. Beep 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 beep. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this poem on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Hee, even Kai liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Eh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's... well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Kai. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Kai lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with the one I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put the energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Oh, why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. That's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have to worry much about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. I just realized your reality is in C major, which is the key pianist learn first, and she's a beginner. Ah, that's true! Ah, that's very true. Good analysis, Teacup. Make sure you pick up a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort into the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. Okie doke. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hehehe. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Kai. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Oh. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Natsuki asked you to walk... Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? I can say that word 5 times really fast, but also it might sound like something else. Growing up in theatre and in choir, I learned how to say kind of tongue-twistery type things, or words that are supposed to trip you up, to prepare for going on stage. You wouldn't think it, with how much I trip over my words, but yeah, I'm not doing that. You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Hehehe. Well, I mean, I'd want to walk home with Natsuki as she asked, but also, I can't, like, betray a childhood friend. Sayori, you really think that I'll ditch you for Natsuki? Eh? But... she's so cute and fun to be around. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Kai. You think about me too much sometimes. Natsuki would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care about so much, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Oh boy. Okie dokie. Let's see. How much time have I been going for? Okay, 15 minutes left of the stream, roughly. And then... okay, guys. Should I do another stream tomorrow where I play this game again for maybe another couple of hours? I think it's pretty fun. Would that be something you'd want to show up for again? I know 2 days in a row is a little much, but I'd be down. Teacup, you're not analyzing the crap out of this. I also analyze the hell out of this game because there's a lot that actually went into it. Like, unironically, unironically, aside from sort of like the memes and the shitposts and stuff when this game kind of blew up, it's a really good game. And a lot of thought went into it. Darn it, my trap failed. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with saying things that can be like misconstrued or misinterpreted on the stream. Because, you know, there's young uns here too. Psychological horror is actually my favorite genre. Same! Both in movies and in games. Because a lot of thought goes into it. But yes, I would love to stream again tomorrow and play some more. Because, you know, I'm getting really into this. Of course, I can't keep playing for the full length of the game, because otherwise I will burn myself out. Because reading out loud is kind of difficult for my dyslexic ass, but yeah. Kai says things dating sim when. That'll be fun. But yeah, tomorrow sounds like a fun idea to stream this game again. Gives me a bit of a breather, gives you guys a bit of a breather. And be pretty fun. Anyway. Bubbles. Marshmallow. Beep 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 beep. Boop. Let's just go for incongruent. Just for funsies. And immediately go for kitty afterwards. Beep 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 beep. Headphones. Oh, okay. Bouncy. Unstable. I wonder who that's for. Yep. Ah, crap, I have to go to a wedding tomorrow. That's okay. I hope you have fun at the wedding, and I will keep the stream up on, like, public, so that you can go back and watch it if you'd like to. I'll probably do the same with this as well. If y'all talking about making a Kai Says Things dating sim, that sounds cool as fuck. Let's see. Vertigo just reminds me of, you know, that part, like with the background when you're talking to Yuri. Oh, jeez. Alright. Ooh, email. Huh? Oh, okay. Let's see. Melody? Oh, okay. Twirl. Poof. Doki. Mouse? Oh. You know, I didn't actually intend to pick all of these for Natsuki, I just so happened to be gravitating towards these. Hi Kai, love the story. I'm glad you did, Emma. Nice to see ya. Beep. Beep. And beep. You should play Undertale. I've actually recently recompleted the game, but I'd love to play it again. It's the kind of game that I can just play over and over again. It's just really fun. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Last one? First one? Last one? Huh? Don't worry, I just walked in too. Oh, right, last one. Yeah, last one. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination. Determination, Undertale. Oh. Anyway. But I guess passion? Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. I love her smile so much. It makes me so happy. Anyway. Hey? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school, and we just get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. You saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? Eh? I didn't say it like that. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika. Hey? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Wow, did you hear my bones crack? I'm not sure if you did. But I keep like, ouchie. Yeah, where is Sayori? Oh dear. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go and talk to everyone else. Huh. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glanced back at Sayori before turning towards everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monika, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Kai, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down on her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Kai. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Kai. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't be saying too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Kai. Have you ever thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful, because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Also, Teacup, I cannot remember if I actually did have a name for the listener in the Prince's audio. I really can't remember. I think it's just like any like sweet, vaguely old-timey pet name kind of. I don't know. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Hey you. Hey? I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't much time, so... sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. It was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of the manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. Beep beep boop 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 boop. Beep. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez, now I'm making you feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then, in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah. I should have thought of it that way. I should have thought of it that way from the start. The phrasing threw me off. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. I need to stretch. Okay. Back stretched, ready to go. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Beep 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 beep! Sayori! It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Please, my heart is breaking. Probably Natsuki. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. but it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Who's your favorite Doki Doki girl? Natsuki. I'm taking her route just because I find her route like the most fun, but also Sayori always crushes my heart. Even if I do choose her, it doesn't save her. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Kai. Okay guys, Sayori is a very good example of why you can't keep on putting others before yourself and ignoring your own feelings. You gotta be kind to yourself and put in your own boundaries and respect yourself and how you're treated. Always. That's always the first and foremost thing that you should worry about. Because you end up treating others better too. If you're kind to yourself, it's easier to be kind to others. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? Yes, you too, Kai. Why do you think I'm giving the advice? I had to learn it over a very long period of time. It took me a while, but I've gotten there. I've learned to set in a lot of my own boundaries of respecting my own mental health and wanting to help others without seeing others as my responsibility, if that makes sense. It's good to help others when you can, but if you don't have that time or energy, or if you're not doing too well yourself, it doesn't make you a bad person to care for yourself. That's what therapists are there for, and free helplines are there for. Or someone may be a little bit more able to deal with the situation. It's good to talk to friends, but you can't always fully depend on them, because they're just people too. And most of them aren't therapists. Some can be, but even professional therapists prefer to keep that in the workplace, because it's very emotionally taxing to deal with things like that, and people don't even really realize. Anyway, I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Oof. Come back! Let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seemed like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place first a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer? That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Ha 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 ha. Natsuki. What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? Eh? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best. Right? It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? Kai? Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Natsuki. Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say, "That's so cute, just like you, Natsuki." Wow, I feel this so hard. I try and talk about anything serious, and I just get hit with, "Oh, but you're so cute." I appreciate being cute, and I appreciate being thought of as cute, but also I have other emotions and other thoughts going on, and other elements to my life. So maybe that's why I like Natsuki so much. I'd say the two I relate to the hardest is between Sayori and Natsuki. Being perceived as always cutesy and happy all the time, but also, well, I'm sure the game speaks for itself. Anyway, let's go. Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Hey Natsuki. If you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it. Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from the desk. It's not any good, and I know you hate my poems, so you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look too much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think that your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well. But sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally, she forces herself to extend her arms and set her poem on the table. You can read it. Just turn that way. Did y'all get to the scary part yet? Not yet. There's been little hints and foreshadowing and bits and bobs here and there, but nothing overtly scary. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Because you. Tomorrow will be brighter with me around. But when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward, because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout, but my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty, because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars, but when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller, because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart, but what do I do when it's all torn apart? My faith is a little bit stronger, because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little dearer, because you think of me. Because you, because you, because you. Aww. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read. I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that, dummy. What do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well. And I'm happy that you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah. I'm a pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Are you going to continue, Omori? Yes, I am. I've just been struggling with my mental health a little. So it's been really difficult for me to get things done with so many other things going on. But yes, I will continue with Omori when I can. Just remember that I can think these things sometimes too. You know, when you're nice to me, it's... aww, meaningful. Ah, I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do so, Natsuki takes my hands and pushes them back away. Her small soft hands surprise me a little with their assertion. I don't want it. Eh? Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki is doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would... Never mind. Just, I'm glad that you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, you can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so go put it away before someone sees it, okay? Ah, yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so that I can put away Natsuki's poem. Who should I show my poem to next? She better let me read it this time. Oh. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. No! Let me read it! I'll show it to Monika. Always scares me every time she's just staring straight at you. Hi, Kai. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Sticking with the Natsuki style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? Eh? That's... Oh, come on, Kai. It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day, pretending to like the manga that she's into. Hey! I'm not pretending! You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. Eh? No, I think you're misunderstanding, Kai. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have. Is that so? I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So, I just need to ask you one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. A lot of times she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club too. And you wouldn't do that to me, right? I'm not sure how to respond to Monika. All I care about her and the club is also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Monika smiles sweetly. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who's found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, a victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search, I search with little hope, knowing that legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. Look at her eyes. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds to in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put that much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. Ooh, that's... You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Hold on. One second. Let me just do something real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Sorry about this. Oh yeah, Kai, expect to get Lyndon's script soon. Heck yes! Exciting! Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to, anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Huh? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so... let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that by yourself? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Yuri, you can... Guys? Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Mono, no! No! That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? You should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Kai. The one who truly is useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Kai may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Kai to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Kai to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Kai, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case... Everyone looks straight at me. Sayori, please. I mean... If it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... But Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No! Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Now why would you do this to me? Ripping off a band-aid. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And Yuri makes me kind of uncomfortable. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Eh? Just a minute ago you were saying that's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. Don't do the guilt tripping shit. Don't do that. I can't stand guilt tripping. I'm very perceptive to it, and I hate it. That's good. Need a drink. Pain. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. So, that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. You guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome! I don't think that really counts. What about you, Kai? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Aww. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not just be that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help? That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out of the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Eh? We still need to figure out the plans for this weekend. Hold on. Sorry. You literally would have gotten home and realized you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could ever have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say that you were going to leave me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you Sunday. Never mind. Aww. I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other, but... Besides, like Monika said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. Time to save. And I will be coming back to this, I'll be coming back to this tomorrow, actually. Beep. Okie dokie. Stretchy, 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 stretchy. Okay, so that was a lot of reading out loud, which I usually struggle to do. So because of that, I won't be reading a chapter of Coraline tonight. I am sorry, but I will be back tomorrow. So yeah, if you can, go ahead and join me tomorrow. I'll be sure to let people know as soon as I can in advance. Yes, Tuesday. What's it? Let's see. Ah, Tuesday! Thank you. I will drink water. Slushy, slushy, slushy water. Alright. No. Ah, teacup, gimme. Of course, you know my replying schedule is non-existent, so I will get back to you when I can, but gimme! Thank you, Tuesday! And with that beautiful note, literally, I shall say goodbye to you all. Thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun, and I'm sure it can only go up from here, right? Goodbye.